Well, you guys wanted to see the leatherwork and the sharpening on these beautiful EDC knives, and here it is. We're going to do some leatherwork right now, but I'll tell you a funny little story. I actually built these two sheaths about a year ago, and when I got them done, I designed it for another custom order, a completely different style knife than this. When I got it done, I realized they were both supposed to be left-handed sheaths. So I put these away in a box and I said, someday I'll make a knife that these will be perfect for. And now today, I was checking through my templates here and checking what I had, and I checked my box because these come in mine. I said, ooh, I think that might be the perfect style and size for these knives. And I slipped them right in, and I dug through my paperwork, and I still have the template. I tell you guys, keep up with those templates. But have a look at that. Notice we brought that nose up there. I occasionally do that, and I really like that in a design. Beautiful, simple, clean belt sheath. And of course, there's our EDC knife. Look at that pop of red liner in there. Isn't that beautiful? Now, if you don't know anything about this build, you can head over to my YouTube channel page and check out the first part where I actually designed and built the knife, and it was designed to a customer's specs. So the customer was looking for something specific for a tradesman, kind of that workhorse, do it all throughout a tradesman's day. And this is the design for it. But I posted that I had a couple extra there for sale if someone wanted to email me and purchase them. And my email has been going crazy. There's a big desire for this knife pattern, and I've taken a lot of orders, so I'm starting a special run now any day where I'll put through a pretty big batch to fulfill all those orders that have gone in. If you're interested in getting in on that, I still haven't started, go ahead and email me at the email down in the comments there now, and we'll see if we can get you in that order. No guarantees, because like I said, I've had a lot of interest, but it might be worth a shot if you're real interested. Always be as efficient as possible with your leather usage. I kind of move them around and fit them wherever I can squeeze one in. I'll do so. You don't want these big dangling scraps, you know, that are not quite big enough for another sheath, but too big to make you feel comfortable about throwing away. So see, look at this now. The only scrap I have is this little tidbit right here and right here. So this is what I'm looking for when I'm laying out leatherwork like this. Now I've got a lot of hours of leather work to do there with all those sheaths, so we won't go any further on that. Just to let you know that this is the sheath that these knives will be shipping with, and this is the other couple that were available for sale that sold immediately. Look at that material, and this is around about what everyone's ordering. So that's what most of the ones in the run will get, is material. Something like this, maybe more of a solid brown or closer to a solid black, but probably right around here. Is that nice? Now we're going to get to sharpening. Got to put an edge on, oh, look at that blade shape. Nice medium saber. Beautiful. But now we're going to get to sharpening. Now, a good EDC knife that I'm building like this will get a belt sharpened edge, and I'll take you through that process of exactly how I'll do that. I'll start with a 120 grit belt here. This knife, this saber grind, is pretty thin going into heat treat, so there's not a lot of steel to remove. I'll hold a nice workable angle, a nice usable angle. We'll take that in on the 120 grit. We'll go 220, 400. We might go next belt higher, and then we'll head over to the buffer. We're running, I have a variable frequency drive, which allows me to run that belt at slow speeds, and I'll run usually about 60% of full speed. I can rest my hand on the top plate here. Just let the knife slide over my thumb. And that's where that sharpening notch Really comes into handy. This is a spiral sewn wheel here now. It's pretty resistant, although I have some layers of thread gone under there, but that's fine. Pretty pressure resistant. We'll add a little bit of white compound. We'll buff those edges in. Now, although it doesn't really matter about perfect exactness, I almost always go one pass. 2 passes on the other side, and then 1 pass. I want 2 passes on each side, but I don't want to switch back and forth 4 times. Let's just run through them quickly. And this is light gauge flyer paper. Number 3. Again, super flimsy flyer paper. Now that we have those sharpened, I'll just show you before we end out the video here a couple more knives on the bench. This one's actually not spoken for yet. This is a Bake Apple XL. Brand new. I'm going to come out with this fall the enlarged pattern, full size pattern of the Bake Apple. And look at this. I had this piece on the shelf I wanted to use. Look at the metallic, the luster in that. Just gorgeous fusion. You can see we have resin here and some burl wood. Just wild, the colors in through that. Just incredible. Forge finish, saber grind. Just finishing up here this wicked little camp chopper. This is a camp chopper because look at the thickness. This is 3/16 steel. This thing is heavy. It's not the most delicate of kitchen slicers, but for around the campfire, man, you could hack into bones with this, carving up and processing them bigger animals. Just a beautiful kitchen knife, but this is heavy enough. You could limb trees out with this thing. It's that substantial. Again, 3/16, wicked deep here. This is a full 2 inches deep, so really high plane here on that flat grind. Just a wicked little piece that's going to make such a cool campfire piece. Only one of these. I don't think I'll be making any more. If you're interested, shoot me an email and you can own this beauty. And lastly, probably the most rich knife here on the table, and that is a Warrior, which is the biggest pattern I make. Look at the size of this knife. Just a big piece in 3/16 01. Look at that burl handle material. Just wild. Stabilized burl, thong tube in the back. Saber grind. This thing is a monster. Heavy. Look how black that forged finish is in contrast with that wood. Man, this thing is beautiful. And at this exact moment, unspoken for. And that's it for this video. If you enjoyed seeing that new design, go ahead and hit the like button there now. I hope you enjoyed the project. Hit the subscribe button if it's your first time here. Leave me a comment down below. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.
This one's pretty much the size of a giant, ginormous tornado.
I don't think so. Not quite that big. It's maybe like what? A thumb?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was so
Who's
many.
that guy? Hey!
One guy down a little
He got some
one.
funny
A
one.
little one. Oh, he's very tiny.
Oh,
Mom, take this one.
not right this second, no.
Oh, my feet.
Lots of snails.
And
we know something grew.
Mix this all together.
What?
I'll get the rake and mix this all together.